Aloha, Tulsi Gabbard. Happy New Year.
Aloha, my friend. Happy New Year to you.
Let's start with politics as a whole. You were in, you got out. Is politics still something you could encourage people to get involved with? And if not, what can we do to change that?
You know what I've found, Trey, and I think you might agree, is that the people who are most hungry for power and fancy titles and fame are the people who should not be getting into politics. The people who I encourage to run for office are those who are unwilling, but feel that they may or should out of a sense of duty. And I think that's really what's missing in our society at large, is this value being placed on service, that true success, true happiness and fulfillment is found when doing our best in our own ways to be of service to others, whether that be in politics or law enforcement or the military, or as a mom or a dad staying at home raising your kids, as a teacher, those working in business and education, whatever part of society that we live in. The message to each other, to our young people as a whole, is we can find happiness when we are dedicating our skills and time in the service of others. And unfortunately, that's what's been lost so much in some of these pillars of institutions in our country, where we have too many who are focused on serving themselves, serving their own selfish ambitions, and abusing those positions of power and responsibility.
You know, Tulsi, not only were you popular when we served in Congress, but you were respected. And those are two entirely different things. But you were both while you were there on both sides of the aisle. I'm going to jeopardize that by asking you to maybe make changes in Congress. What, if you could change anything about the body that you and I used to serve in, what would it be?
You know, take the power out of the hands of the, less than 6 people who really make the decisions in that body, and actually empower every single member of Congress for the job that they've been hired to do, to represent those who've sent them to Washington, to be their voice, and to be able to cast their vote based on their conscience, and have a say in what bills come to the floor. There are very practical changes that could be made in order to make it so that Democrats and Republicans, or even now some independents, more independents in the Senate with our friend Kirsten Sinema, they're actually able to do the work of the people, focused on delivering results, rather than being limited to whatever those in power say that they're allowed to vote on and allowed to do. I think that would foster so much of people's being able to actually work together, focused on delivering results rather than based solely on whatever the party boss wants.
All right, Tulsi, you have been in every form of public service that someone can be in, local, state, federal. I want to ask you a question designed for people who will never serve in office, which is, how can we get along with people who don't see life exactly the same way we do? I mean, if you had told me that Tulsi Gabbard would wind up being one of my most treasured friends, I would have said, who are you talking about and what are you talking about? We come from different parties and different parts of the country and different generations by a lot. So how can we get along with people even if we don't agree on the issues?
Treat each other with respect. You know, we started this conversation with aloha. Treat each other with aloha, which is respect, love, empathy, and compassion, based on the acknowledgement and the truth that we're all God's children. We're all brothers and sisters. And so regardless of all those differences that you just pointed out, when we treat each other with respect and have those conversations that are real, not based on superficial external things, then we can have real dialogue that allows us to better understand each other and move forward together, whether that be in the realm of politics or maybe in our own families or in our community as a whole. Obviously, we need to respect each other as fellow Americans and remember the fundamental principles that this country was founded upon, which was not about all of us walking in lockstep and agreeing with each other on everything, but it really was about being able to disagree without being disagreeable, find those areas of common ground, and move forward together, knowing that if we share that same objective and outcome of working for the best interests of the American people, this country, for each other, then that's how we can make real progress and bring this civility back, respect back to our society.
The one and only Tulsi Gabbard, I hope you have a fantastic beginning to 2023, and I look forward to visiting with you again very soon.
Same to you, my friend. Thank you so much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.